Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Hannah Fernandez, and you're watching SCORE TV. SCORE is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping small businesses across the United States get off the ground, grow, and achieve their goals through education and mentorship. So whether you're a new entrepreneur or you've been in business for a long time, our SCORE mentors can offer you free business mentoring for the life of your business. To connect with us, you could check out our website at chicago.score.org, or you could email us at info@scorechicago.org, or call us at 312-353-7724. Today we're going to talk about how the YWCA, Metropolitan Chicago, and the Illinois Small Business Development Center, SBDC, can assist entrepreneurs in starting and growing their businesses. With me today is Vince Williams.
Excellent, thank you.
You're welcome. Director of Business and Entrepreneurship Services, and also Illinois SBDC at the YWCA Metropolitan Chicago.
Yes.
Vince, thank you so much for being here today.
Hannah, thank you so much for inviting me on the show.
It's a pleasure.
Yes.
And Vince, you know, when women thrive, families thrive, and formed in 1876, the YWCA is the oldest women-focused social service organization in Chicago.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us more about the YWCA, its mission, and your role there?
Absolutely. So the YWCA of Metropolitan Chicago has our mission and vision of empowering women and eliminating racism. And so our goal is really to take the organization from a social services organization to a social enterprise. And that involves empowering women in the way of providing them with resources and services that have always been available, but they may not have known about, they may not have had access to. As you know, in some of the disenfranchised communities, it's just the things aren't shared, it's not communicated with them. So we're hoping with the 9 locations that the YWCA offers, we're able to provide these services everywhere from sexual and violence services to domestic abuse services to child care services, as well as empowering women through the Business and Entrepreneurship Department, which I'm the director of. And in this capacity, I'm hoping to share resources that will help them to start their businesses, to maybe grow their existing businesses, and empower them there moving forward.
Fantastic, and congratulations on the new position.
Thank you so much.
And Vince, would you clarify for the viewers,
Yes.
What is the Illinois Small Business Development Center, or SBDC for short?
Absolutely, yeah. So the Illinois SBDC is a state-funded organization that essentially provides thousands of startups, entrepreneurs, and say those that are maybe in their second stage of growth in a business with resources to grow their business. And this could be access to capital, it can be marketing, it can ways of networking, again, just additional resources to grow their business. And they provide that throughout the entire state. Certain organizations are able to sponsor or provide this in certain communities that are underserved, and that's where the YWCA Metropolitan Chicago comes in. My offices are located in the Hyde Park Woodlawn area, and I am the only SBDC in the area, and so able to provide these types of services to that community and the surrounding communities. It's not just for women, it's truly for the community as well. But since we are the YWCA, standing for Young Women's Christian Organization, the bulk of our clients, if you will, are women focused.
Gotcha, and thanks for clarifying that
Sure.
it's inclusive even though it's women focused.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
And Vince, you brought YWCA strong leadership experience coming from Chicagoland Chamber of Commerce and the Executives Club of Chicago. So what was instrumental in helping you to get to where you are today?
Absolutely. Oh, and it's a great question. Thank you. So I feel that as an African American male today, I've come from an entrepreneurial family, and so I wanted to be able to work for an organization and a mission that I believed in. And throughout my trajectory of careers, I've taken what I feel are the necessary steps that each one is a progressive stepping stone to getting me to ultimately where I want to be, which is CEO one day.
Yes.
And
You'll make it.
well, thank you so much. I'm trying. And so I looked at the Chicagoland Chamber of Commerce as well as the Executives Club as both being those stepping stones to put my work ethic, my experience, and then where I hope to go, and that ultimate goal again of being CEO, of packaging it together, and the people you meet, the mentors, the mentees that you encounter, and then just the wealth of learning opportunities that are out there have just been placed in front of me to where I am now with the YWCA, being able to transfer those skills and again provide outstanding services for the clients and the community that I hope to serve with it.
And I love that you mentioned that you have the goal to be CEO, because I want the viewers to understand that you never would just arrive.
Yeah.
The whole path to success, it's always a whole process, it's a destination, so that you have to continue to grow and grow and grow and never stop.
You're absolutely right. I think my parents have been critical as far as really pushing the envelope to say, education is critical for you, and we really want to make sure that there's nothing that's going to hold you back, that's going to be a barrier or a hurdle to your personal success. And so I look at, again, coupling education with experiences ultimately leads to success. And so I hope to keep expounding on that and encountering individuals like yourself and the great things that SCORE does, and some of the other, what I call strategic partners and allianceships that I hope to continue to build on too.
Absolutely. It's all about collaboration as well.
Absolutely, yeah. You're absolutely right.
Absolutely. So Vince, what services does the Illinois SBDC provide at the YWCA?
Yes, thank you for asking that.
Sure.
We have a nice, what we call our Economic Empowerment Institute, if you will. And the types of services that we provide are one-on-one consulting for businesses from startup to an idea or inception, all the way to, again, those that are looking to scale and grow. Access to capital, lenders forums where we're informing them about various financial ways of receiving financing to grow and scale their business, in addition to access to interns, marketing, networking, any of the tools that are necessary to grow your business is the resources that we're providing at the SBDC, at the YWCA. And you get me.
It can't get any better than that.
Thank you.
And starting a business can seem daunting at times, and the Illinois SBDC network is a powerful resource. So who does the organization serve?
Yeah, so we're really looking to, again, access the communities that our particular site locations are in. It doesn't mean that if you live in Pilsen, you can't come to the Hyde Park, Woodlawn area to receive services from me. I provide a program called Side Hustle Saturdays.
Yes.
So let's say if you do something on the weekends that's outside of your normal 9-to-5 job, this is a way for you to come in a kind of a safe space and learn from others that are also doing what a side hustle, if you will. This is the second Saturday of every month at our Parks Francis location at 6600 South Cottage Grove. And it's just, again, a great way to uncover, do I have a great idea? Will this business idea work? Will it sustain? Am I just joining one of the others that are out there? And now I'm just another person that's in the pool, a small pool, and not going to be successful with it. It's just, again, a great way to grow and scale your entrepreneurial spirit, if you will.
Sure, and when you actually meet different people doing the same thing, you know that you're not alone. And they're also going to go ahead and not only have a chance to network with other people doing side hustles, but they also go ahead and get a chance to have a resource like you, a coach or a mentor,
Absolutely.
to help them along the way.
You're absolutely right, yeah.
So based on your experience, what challenges do entrepreneurs face today, and how are they being addressed by the Illinois SBDC?
Yeah, I think one of the best challenges, or one of the biggest challenges that a lot of entrepreneurs is the access to capital. It costs money to make money. And so there's various ways and ideas out there, from GoFundMe pages to working with microloan organizations that can provide various avenues, if you will, to capital that can help them grow their business. But there's also a lot of partnerships out there and grants that a lot of business owners can apply for that can help them to grow and scale their businesses. One of the things that I think the SBDC will really focus on is helping some of these business owners to receive their minority, women, and business and disabled certifications, which provides access to a whole new gamut of possibilities of scaling and growth for their businesses. That particular process of certification is not an easy one, and so I have, as a certified business advisor, will be able to help them through that process and handhold them to ensure that they can receive government contracts and things like that. And that's one of the things that the SBDC provides too, is a whole slew of resources for PTAC, international trade, and things like that. That's again, a great resource for them.
Those are all great services. And are there any fees for entrepreneurs
No, the service is free. Can't beat that, right?
Exactly. And can you share the impact that the YWCA and LRSBDC have made on individuals and businesses that you've served so far?
Absolutely. I'd love to share with you two of my clients right now that are doing absolutely just leaps and bounds above where I could ever hope they would do. One of the particular clients has just recently been accepted to the second round of Shark Tank.
That's exciting.
Which is super exciting, yeah. I could go more into the product, but
please do.
The product is called GoGoV, and it's a baby carrier that you can use. Let's say if you're nursing an infant, or if you have a toddler up to 39 pounds that you're able to carry around. But basically, what it provides is mobility for the parent, so they're able to use both hands, and it's getting some incredible traction. Again, locally owned, minority-owned organization that's based here, and the product is made in the USA, which speaks volumes. Yeah. Another one of the SBDC clients is Brown Sugar Balloons that does a lot of balloon displays, if you will, for say galas or open houses, things like that. And she is doing absolutely incredible with it being prom season. And now, a lot of the kids that have these extravagant, going away to proms with the big balloon displays. And so very proud of them. And she's also in the running for the Shark Tank competition too. So
fantastic results.
Yeah, absolutely. But one of the things that I like to stress is that most of my clients are from the community or outside of the community that really just want to have, again, access to maybe some resources that they just did not know about. And so this could be the form of some pop-up shops or some other opportunities around the city for them to get additional exposure for their product or service, and that's what I hope to share with them on each of our consultations and each of our visits.
And that's a good point, because sometimes when entrepreneurs see just a success already and it's already a finished product, they think that it's, that person has so much more leverage or edge compared to them. But like you said, it's just a matter of finding the right resources to go ahead and help you.
Absolutely. One of the things that I try to share with a lot of clients when I meet with them is that it's very important to not be a secret service or a secret product. Talk about it, tweet it, share it with the world. Someone has to know, especially if you want. I can understand if this is a hobby for you, but if you really want to make a financial impact or a difference there, tell someone about it. And that's where I hope that the SBDC will be able to help in gaining additional exposure for them. So it could be either me sharing this product or service in venues and medias like this, or sharing it to a more of a captive audience too, with the outreach that the brand, the YWCA Metropolitan Chicago has, can also help them to get that additional exposure.
Absolutely.
For scaling.
And you got to be where your clients are.
Absolutely.
You can't be at home behind your computer. You got to really put yourself out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what I hope to do is by speaking in venues like this, as well as I host office hours at some of the various incubators around town, from Polsky Center to 1871 and the others, just to let others know that there are small business advisors out there that if you just talk a little bit, hey, maybe we can find some synergies, collaborative efforts, and great connections for them to scale and grow.
Absolutely. And when you connect with the Illinois BDC, SCORE Chicago, and our other resource organizations,
Absolutely.
in addition to networking, you never know that the person right next to you could be your next strategic partner, joint venture partner,
Yeah.
or big client. You never
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
But you got to put yourself out there.
You're right.
And Vince, YWCA has a one-day workshop. You mentioned a little bit about it.
Yeah.
This coming Saturday called Side Hustle Saturday. So what benefits will the attendees gain at this event?
Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to this event. What we do is now we're going out into the community and hosting this Side Hustle Saturday. This particular one that's this Saturday will be at the Greater Grand Crossing Library, which is at 1000 East 73rd Street from 10 to 12 o'clock. And we have a panel of individuals that have a side hustle. And they're going to share
Yes.
what successes, failures, what types of things that help them to grow their business, to get them where it is, where they are today. And I think that's important because, again, if you're thinking of starting your own business or if you have this entrepreneurial spirit, this is going to be a great way for you to hear from others that are doing it already. So again, maybe you don't have to go through those immediate failures. You can say, hey, I realized that I was trying this way and it wasn't working. Well, now I heard from a nice panel of those that have tried things that work, and here's a great, again, another resource for you. We're doing this in conjunction with Money Smart Week, and so what we're hoping to do is have some great conversations about, again, those additional access to capital or resources that are out there, because you have to be smart with the money to make business, to make money in this business. And so we hope that by combining these two together at the end of this month will be a great way to pull conversations together on those two fronts.
And you brought up an important point about really knowing your numbers, because a lot of times, even when entrepreneurs would walk up to me and say, hey, I need $500,000, but then they don't exactly know how to allocate those funds for their businesses.
Right. Like, tell me more about what you need this $500,000 for.
Exactly. And what's the return?
Is it truly for product development? Are you looking to purchase more product? Are you looking to have a site? Are you building, a standalone? I mean, there's so many questions I think that go unanswered. And so what I hope to do is be able to provide a little bit more guidance and maybe a checklist or a template that they can follow so that when they do make these asks, that people don't laugh at them.
Yes.
I mean, you experience that now, or you see that now sometimes on, the major network shows like Shark Tank, where they go in and they're asking. Some of the Shark Tankers are like, are you kidding me? There's no way your company's valued at that.
Right.
And I feel, I'm disheartened at the individual that's up there, because I'm like, all you had to do was call me. I would have told you that's not
Exactly.
that's not going to work, or that's not a great first ask, if you will. So I hope to be able to share that information with everyone going forward.
And a coach and a mentor like you can prevent a lot of landmines, saving a lot of entrepreneurs tons of time and money before they're even launching a venture.
Absolutely. That is my mission and goal. As a director, I hope to bring in a lot of a series of workshops and events and resources for the communities that we serve, because again, I think that the key to helping us take control of our lives is through entrepreneurship. And by providing, again, a platform for individuals to come to network at, and share with their friends, I hope it's one of my goals. I'd also like to institute a type of SBDC at the YWCA Speakers Series, where we have subject matter expertise that will come in. Some of the other services that we provide are free legal assistance. So if you're looking to have your product or service, or even the name of your company trademarked, we can help with that. So in addition to the certifications, legal services, access to capital, access to individuals that are experts on intellectual property, or again, restaurants, construction, even childcare services. That's a huge, in the communities that we serve, you'll see that a lot of at-home organizations have their own childcare services. Well, we love to be able to provide products and services for them, and that's one of the things that the YWCA does for them too. So from an entrepreneurial side, I can help them with their office things, QuickBooks. They're able to get in touch with their clients and take care of their spending and expenses in that matter. But then the YWCA also offers things like a tummy program, which is a food service program that helps them with the children during the morning, afternoon, and evening, depending on the type of full day services that they provide. So.
I love hearing that because small businesses are the backbone of the U.S. economy. So you're out there
Absolutely.
creating businesses, creating jobs.
Yeah, it's a fact that small businesses employ, I believe it's 75% of the workforce. And so I think it's important for us to continue to work with them and showcase and allow them to sustain and survive. And what I hope to do is also reach out to some of the young entrepreneurs that are out there, because I can recall when I was a kid, I would take rocks and I'd paint them, little smiley face on them or different colors, and we lived on a main street on the south side of Chicago, and I'd try and sell them for 5 cents. So that entrepreneurial spirit was embedded in me.
Hey, somebody made millions with the pet rock,
Absolutely.
so you're onto something.
I didn't think about that. You're absolutely right. Yeah, you're like, really?
Exactly. So Vince, what inspires you to do the work that you do at the YWCA and Illinois SBDC?
Absolutely. Thank you for that question. I really am looking to make a difference. And I think that at this stage in my life, I've really, as an entrepreneur, I'm a small business owner as well. I've dabbled in real estate. I'd love to be able to share some of the failures that I experienced so that I can help others, gain that traction and become independent. And it's one of the reasons why I'm so grateful to be working with and be employed by the YWCA, because I believe in their mission of, again, eliminating racism and empowering women. I think for me as an African American male, by empowering women, it only trickles out to the rest of the persons of color out there that we can end up helping and empowering, because women are the backbone of our society.
Absolutely meant to that.
And by working closely with them and letting them see and identify that, I'm here as an advocate and not an adversary, that will continue to scale and grow and make things work.
And we need more enlightened men like you.
Thank you.
And can you name a person who's had a tremendous impact on you as a leader, maybe somebody who's been a mentor to you?
Oh, wow.
So why and how did that person impact your life?
Absolutely. I can never go without thanking my parents for being that key mentor in my life, if you will. I know that probably goes for some if your parents didn't push you, to do things. But because my family has always had some type of business that they've run, a side hustle, if you will, in addition, that has always been embedded in me. And so they've taught me multiple streams of income is what you should always have.
Yes.
And so I take that to heart now and really try to utilize that in my day-to-day activities and everything that I do. In addition to that, I have some very close mentors that I've identified throughout the executive business world, because they're those that I just look up to. Leslie Anderson is a good friend of mine and a mentor, if you will, that works in financial services. And one of the things that we constantly do is reach out to one another to bounce ideas off of each other to find out, do you think this is something that's viable? Will it work? And I think that's important, because if you have someone that's really in your corner and will tell you that's a terrible idea,
Yes.
or try something different, or even to give you an objective opinion is important. In addition to that, I have some other mentors that I've identified that just share their resources. So that can be my mentors and that are in the SBDC network throughout the state. And so those that have successful programs that I would love to emulate and just have, again, as a resource, if you will.
Right.
Because there's no reason for you to do this alone. If there's someone that's perfected it or is doing a good job, why reinvent the wheel?
Absolutely.
When you can work with them, partner with them, create the strategic partnership, strategic alliance, and then continue to scale and grow yourself. So.
And a lot of successful people, they are mentors, but they also have a lot of mentees.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I have mentees as well. I work with several different nonprofit organizations across the city, and this is my way of really giving back. I like to showcase that education, in addition to hard work, dedication, and possessing that strong work ethic, speaks volumes for what you can do, what you can become, and where you can go.
Thank you, Vince. And for those interested, what's the best way to contact you?
Absolutely. The best way to reach out is to email me at sbdc@ywcachicago.org, or you can always access the YWCA Metropolitan Chicago website at ywcachicago.org, and from there click on the Small Business Development Center and you'll have access to me and some of the other advisors that work with us. The other services that we have, financial literacy, as well as workforce development, which is full encompassing of our economic empowerment initiative that we're looking to do.
Fantastic. Well, Vince, thank you so much for being here today and for all you do for small businesses. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Hannah. It's been my pleasure, and thank you for this and everything that SCORE is continuing to do as well.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure. And to those of you watching right now, we are still looking for more SCORE mentors, so please connect with us. Again, our website is chicago.score.org. My name is Hannah Fernandez. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again next time on SCORE TV.
Thank you.
Thank you.